I made one video of driving from, alright, hopefully I made one video of driving from Van Riper to Gene K's. I made another video talking about Gene K's, and now I'm going to drive you all the way back down to Lake Michigan, on the shores of beautiful Lake Michigan. But obviously this is Marquette on the shores of beautiful Lake Superior. It's a nice drive. This is always a favorite section of mine through here. I'm going to try to do some rambling and hope you enjoy. I see a boat out there. Get your boating in. Might be a month away from there being some ice on that dang lake. Nah. 2 months for sure. It is September 23rd. Neat thing, that information center that I always said how much I like. Apparently I got shown old video of it. There was a guy who ran a TV show up here, I think it was on Sundays, for 56 years. No, there's Bayfield. That's the Great Vet in Marquette. Technically it could be Harvey, I'm not sure. But that show was 56 years of Finnish talk. And apparently this guy, he had a chance of being a Major League Baseball player, and he hurt his arm. He mistakenly got into broadcasting and stuff like this. And he ran a show for 56 years where I guess the Finns loved it. They would have dances and all kinds of stuff, and he would teach people how to speak Finnish. And stuff like that. And they've named that tourist information center after him. I think he passed a few years ago, just a few. Alright, that's enough rambling. I'm rambly today. Not normally all that rambly. Just going to show you some trees. See if you can pick out some color change. I'll speed it up a little, but not too fast. Music time. Okay, my battery was dying and the GoPro got too hot, so I just was holding the GoPro out the window, and I'm going to go back to showing you some of the start of these fall colors up here in the time lapse. Hopefully it's picking some of this up, because again, the UP is a fantastic place to go for fall colors, but it's overcast a lot, so pictures and film and all that kind of stuff, video, doesn't really do it justice. Your eyes see it better even in the subdued light, the non-optimal light. It is amazing when you come up here how quick stuff changes. It's the 23rd. On the 20th, there might be video of it, she might have filmed me, swimming in Lake Superior on the 20th of September, and then last night it was 28 degrees. When it decides it's time for fall up here, apparently it's time for fall. lot going through my brain that I'm not talking about. This is my first camping trip without Kiki. A sub trip within a trip. Been RVing almost 10 years now. She's been with me for every one of them except for this one. It's weird. But I know I gave her a good life. Because she gave me one, you know. Did a long ramble about loss. I don't know how well that came out. It was top of the head. I said some stuff that people might not agree with. You know, how I've dealt with loss, making it not be totally about me, feeling sad for the person that lost their life, not focusing on how it impacts me. But there's a balance between that, obviously. It affects us all when you lose people. Again, furries are people too. Not that kind of furry pets. Or if it's that kind of furry, you do what you want. I really don't care. I got no judgment here. But I think I've had a hard time differentiating empathy and sadness from pity. And I think that's why I've been the way I've been. I don't like to be pitied. And to me, there is nothing on this planet worse than someone who's always claiming to be a victim. And we know them. We know lots of them in our daily lives, and people get successful playing that I'm a victim, nobody's ever been treated as bad as I have crap. Life don't work that way. Vinny got off my lap for a minute. What's the matter, buddy? You alright? What are you looking at now? You're not going down on the floor. That's not happening. You sit on that cooler all day long. I just don't want you down by my feet. Okay, we'll call that 106. Let's see, I'm 106 on the trip meter. So I'm 106 miles from the gas station in Berga. Let's see how long he stays on the cooler. But yeah, I hate victimhood. I hate when people build in excuses on why their life hasn't gone the way it's gone, and they always seem to find somebody other than themselves to hold responsible. Now, that's not saying that there aren't times when you're done wrong and it badly affects your life. Obviously, that's the case. But, you know, that old adage, it's not about getting knocked down, it's about getting back up. And that's how I think of life, you know? There's some people that have had fortunate lives where they haven't had a lot of loss, they haven't had a lot of trauma on a scale. But again, everybody's is theirs, you know? So I think for me, I'm coping with this, you know, because when I've had bad times in my past, over the past 15 years and 8 months that I had the cat with me, she was the one constant, the emotional support animal, honestly, that was always there, always wanted my attention. You know, like I said in that video, sometimes we pick a pet, sometimes you bring a pet home, and the pet, we'll try that again. Sometimes we pick a pet, you know, you can buy a pet home and bring it home to the family. Oftentimes, that pet picks their human. And I think over the 15 plus years, I think I tried to sit down and think, I think there's been 23 days where I've not been with Geek. Since I got divorced, there have been 8, and that's been 10 years. one day when I went and bought this van, I left her home overnight. She made it. Because again, the cat would not eat if I was there. The time before that, I had to leave her with a vet for a week. And they called me, said she wouldn't eat. So they had to put stuff on her paws for nutrients that they would lick off. And then 1 week when I moved my Aunt Ruth from Traverse City out to San Francisco, I drove a U-Haul and flew back that week. So 8 days is it. And you get really used to that. And the squawking, how she would talk to me, for those of you that have watched the videos, you only caught a fraction of it. She would come up sometimes and just start a conversation with me. I swear to you, she was talking. I just don't speak cat. I got the gist of it usually. And I'll end this with a picture of her, but I'm going to describe it now. She had her whole life, she had this one whisker that right at the root, it bent. Always stuck her in the nose or up by her eyes. But she never once that I can think of did she ever hiss or get mad at me. Never once. There were times when I worked long hours, sometimes there had been times, and a couple other times, I'd walk in the room and the cat would come running and just leap up into my arms. She could lay on the floor and I could step within an inch of her and she wouldn't budge. Because both of those are examples of trust, you know? So, and as I say this stuff, I know almost everybody that is watching this video can relate to a pet of their own being as meaningful and as important to them. Almost everybody. There's some people that just have pets, but most of us develop that bond. Vinny, just got to 112 and you're still riding on the cooler. Oh, dude, I will overfeed you every day if this becomes the new normal. Turn left here, you get to Trinary. You can get some Trinary toast. You can get Trinary toast at any reputable store up here, grocery type store. It's kind of like biscotti, but different. It's really good. Hope they never go out of business. You know, people would be upset like G&K is going out of business. But that's my continuing ramble about the loss of a pet. And it applies to the loss of a person as well. We just, somebody, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Somebody who is a retired psychologist or therapist, please forgive me if I gave you the wrong, bouncy roads, gave you the wrong title. Sent me a private message, very nice. I appreciate that. We all handle how we handle. Okay, you made it to 113, so that's pretty good for you, Vin, before you got back on my lap here. So that's enough rambling. If you didn't want to hear it, maybe you muted me and looked at the pretty trees. There was some color in through my ramblings. But I'm going to take a break. This up. Again, I don't know when I'm going to post it. I am, it's the middle of September 23rd, and I am editing videos from the 4th of August. So along with not taking any trips, I've had a hard time messing with YouTube videos. But I think I'm going to keep doing them, at least for a while. Alright, taking a break.
being honest, the want to of making these videos has been lower lately. We'll see.
A little bit more about Kiki. Getting ready to edit the videos of the last trip. I've started, and I just realized, you know, I had said in the video previously, I thought it was her teeth, and I just realized that when I took her outside, when I noticed she was barely eating and then not eating for 2 mornings, she was trying to eat grass, which now, I don't know if it just came to me or came back to my memory. She knew she was sick, and that's what animals do when they're sick. They eat grass. You know, cows eat grass all the time if you leave them alone. But that's what they do when they're sick. And then, you know, our pets, dogs and cats, they don't tell us when they're sick. And a lot of that I've learned is biological defense mechanism, that because of predators, they do their best not to show they're sick. And I guess even though I wasn't a predator, and neither are you if you've had a sick pet, it's ingrained in them to try their best not to act or look like they're sick.
Now, I gotta say, I saw that on the internet, so, you know, it is the internet, so I can't guarantee that that is totally accurate, but it made sense to me as a defense mechanism for them.
Oh, I'll edit that out. $3.94 here. I just paid $3.50 yesterday. Up in Berga. Wow.
Gas companies are still after us with these inflated prices.
I gotta catch up. I accelerate slower.
They guess they can charge us whatever they want. Now I gotta put the foot into Eddie.
Deer. Deer, 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 deer. I see deer. She was on her brakes for him. Gotta watch for wildlife up here. Wind's coming off the lake. Windier here.
So this video was the last camping part of my trip to the UP for, what, 4 months, all of summer. I'll be heading back south soon. Hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope you have a great and wonderful day.